Tune in, turn up to the sound of green. The Indoor Farmer Reviews, a podcast supreme. Episode by episode, wisdom he unfurls. At Indoor Farmer, changing our world. From comedy nights to what is bolting, each review, each tale keeps us all jolting. The Indoor Farmer Reviews, it's the show to hear. Learn to grow, laugh and cheer. With every upload, a new chapter to read. From the seeds of doubt to the bounty of need, he shares his journey, his trials, his love for the soil beneath and the sky above. From comedy night to what is bolting, each review, each tale keeps us all jolting. The Indoor Farmer Reviews, it's the show to hear. Learn to grow, laugh and cheer. In every episode, he plants a seed of knowledge, laughter and indeed a community grows. Listeners unite under the banner of indoor lights. He talks a perception of what we think we see. Let's talk perception, an episode to be. From people in boxes to what's growing on, his voice, his passion, forever strong. From comedy night to what is bolting, each review, each tale keeps us all jolting. The Indoor Farmer Reviews, it's the show to hear. Learn to grow, laugh and cheer. So here's to At the Indoor Farmer, our guide, our friend. With every episode we learn how to bend to the will of nature. Within four walls, the Indoor Farmer Reviews, where wisdom calls. Hey there folks, gather around, got a tale to tell, it's quite profound. About a show where wonders bloom, right here in your own living room. Under the lights, in a cozy space, the Indoor Farmer sets the pace. With stories of the small and grand, discoveries in every land. Oh, the Indoor Farmer Reviews, shining light on what's new. From the craftsman to the dreamer, come and see what we feature. There's a shop down the street where the coffee's oh so sweet.
All right, what's up everybody? Hello, and welcome to the Indoor Farmer Reviews. It's Tuesday, June 24th, 2025, 10 a.m. Central Time. Every Tuesday, we get together to, just kind of see what I got into that week. Usually, I make an attempt to find a small business or an event or a small local restaurant. Or sometimes I do some slightly bigger things. Obviously, big events with a bunch of small businesses. But also, I've been to a few zoos and wildlife reserves and museums and stuff like that. So I kind of throw in some other randomness in there. But for the most part, it's all about kind of promoting that entrepreneur sort of spirit and energy that people have to have in order to start a small business or to start a restaurant or to be an artist or to be a musician. Basically anything outside of that normal 9 to 5 kind of feel, that sort of energy is a very similar thing to what it takes to be more self-sustainable, to be, say, to run a homestead or whatever. Obviously, there are different skills, and I'm not comparing the skills. I'm just thinking of that energy, that spirit of wanting to do something that no one told you to go do. Hey, learn learn how to, play an instrument. Well, no one's, I mean, there's a few times, I guess there are situations where parents will force you to do this or that as a kid. That's a different story. But you get my drift. You get my drift. Anyway, today is episode 134, and I am your host, Waylon the Indoor Farmer. We've got our co host here, Sprout. He's working on some documentation right now. He'll have that ready for by the end of the show when we get to the door prize, and of course the number spin for this week's Indoor Farmer Community Spin. So we're going to get to that here shortly. If you could help us out, hit the like button, share it out with some friends. Share it out with everyone you know. Maybe another small business owner. We'd love to do a spot on the show for you. We love to promote your products. Get a hold of me in the DMs. Let's go. Getting ready to eat some jambalaya, Chris. It's a little, isn't it early for that? Okay, let's go. Kelly, hello, hello. Alan, hello. Guys, come on in. Bring it in. I see a few people in here. Let's go. All right. So today's review is a double review. I need to have like a thing that comes on the screen. Double review. X's everywhere. But anyway, today I did two kind of smaller shops. I got quite a few pictures and video from both. So it's going to be a good long review for two different shops. One is a sort of a card game, board game, gaming in general type shop. And that one is called One for All Games, and of course we also have this random little gem that I found driving down the road. Was a in this really nice district up there in Peoria Heights. If you know, you know. They have a lot of little shops and stuff, and this is called Exhibit A Gallery. Exhibit A Gallery, and they have custom frameworks. They can do all sorts of custom framing for you, whatever you want to frame and protect. But then they also showcase a bunch of local artists and local uh, not just paint but different sorts of art and things, um, sculptures and everything else. Then they also have a back exhibit room where they have an exhibit for periods of time where they showcase a certain artist where he's got, well, right now it's a male who has a bunch of his art up on the wall for sale and stuff like that. So we're going to take pictures, or we took a lot of pictures of all of that, and we're going to show you guys here shortly. So if you all could hit that like button. Yeah, he's a lot more active today, Timothy. He's active a lot. You guys you just don't happen to see it. I lull him to sleep when I start talking to the camera. Uh, because I bet you. So I'm me, guys. I don't change who I am when I get on the camera, but I do have a little different demeanor and a little maybe different tone and I don't know, maybe there's something I can tell he can see a difference. He knows the difference. Oh, you dropped it. Oh, you're just sitting on this other bone. Okay, all right. So let's pull up some pictures, guys. I got a whole bunch of goodies here for you. The first review we're going to go to here is called One for All Games. One for All Games is in Peoria, and I found that they had an event. It was actually an accidental event, or maybe they had it up for just in case enough people wanted to go. But they had an event set up for last night. I saw it on Facebook. Hey, look, I I rag on Facebook a lot. Facebook has a lot of problems. Facebook is probably, you know, without a doubt evil. But one thing they do well that I don't really know anywhere else to do this is that you can go to Facebook, the events tab on Facebook, and you can look at local events. And a lot of small businesses have found me, at least. I found these other little small businesses that are doing events that they posted on Facebook, and I was like, oh, okay, I could check this place out. So that's how I found them. They actually didn't end up having an event last night, but I hung out and talked to them, and I ended up getting some pictures and all that good stuff. Uh, this cord before it falls down. Here we go. You can see the mess. There we go. Yeah, a lot of mess happening back there. Um, the the game store though. Oh yeah, let me share this in here. Let me share it in. Share it in. Hey Kayla, good morning. Good morning. And you know what else we're gonna do? We'll play a little music, I guess. I haven't. That's funny. I haven't actually gone back to look or to listen to the volume. I hope it's okay. I think it's okay. Let's hit that like button. You guys will get in on the door prize. Don't forget, game night is every Sunday, and the door prize will help you get in on game night if you're not a member. If you're already a member, you most likely know what I'm talking about already. So, um, yeah, if you're not a member, if you're not a subscriber of myself in my community, then you may not know what game night is, but the door prize will get you in. Will get you into game night. All right, let's pull this up here. Let's check it out. One for all games. Let's go. Let's get into it. You know what we should do as well? Let's put up our banner. It does help for some reason. Let's see. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. Ah, well now. All right. Yeah. Shouts out to everybody that, parents out there that may be interested in this sort of review, but also gamers. There's a lot of gamers out there. Adults definitely are into it still. The tabletop gaming, board gaming, all of the collection, the collectible aspect of cards and, Pokemon, Yu Gi Oh! They've got Magic the Gathering, which is still the biggest of all of them, and of course they've got a whole bunch of new ones. There's so many new card games out there, and I don't know if it's just I don't know if it's a money grab or legitimately each franchise is kind of out there saying, well, we should have our own so that no one else could take it. I don't really know how it's supposed to go like that. um Two Maids sounds kinky. Yeah, well, we didn't check them out. Timothy, you can always hit them up if you like to. um Kelly, hello. Rick, hello. Hello, guys. Tag some friends. Let's get this party rocking. I do want to get the other comments over here. Give me a moment here. Let me pull myself back up. Hello. I want to pull the Facebook comments up on the screen for myself so that the hoops I have to go through. The hoops I have to go through. It's all right. We can make it happen. Got it. Boom. Giggity. Okay. I heard you on that one, Timothy. I heard you. All right. Let's pull it up. Pull it up. 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 All right. So here's the front. Here's the front entrance. Yeah, as you saw on the sign, there was a few other businesses around there. Nothing, no other like shops that I would want to go check out. I guess, but um, let's go in. Let's check it out. So of course they've got modeling. A lot of these shops have modeling supplies. And this store here is only a few months old. It's they opened in September, so it's not even a year old. So you go check it out if you're in the area of the Sheridan Village in Peoria. The Army Painter. Oh, there's techniques. There's painting techniques. More time for gaming. Let's go. All right. All your modeling paints and things. We've got your vending machine because they have a whole gaming room in the back, not for video games, but for like tournaments and game nights for different card games. That was what was supposed to happen this night, but evidently wasn't pushed enough or something. Um, yeah, I'm not even sure who this is. Flesh and Blood, some character from something. What's this character? I don't know. I don't know who this is. Star Wars. Star Wars. Unlimited. Okay. Does this guy have? He's got like a flashlight. It says. I'm only kidding. I'm kidding. I love Star Wars. Star Wars is the shit. But I don't know what Star Wars Unlimited is. It must be a card game. Star Wars. There's so many things I didn't recognize. Frameworks. Frameworks is another game card game. Look at all the sort of figures. These are tabletop game figures for things like Dungeons and Dragons or Warhammer 40K. I don't really know of many others, but I know there's a bunch of different tabletop board games. If your kid's into this stuff, you should be really happy. You should be happy because it's going to absorb all their time and money and energy, um, and keep them away from other things. You got to paint. You can paint the little figures. You can paint them. There's more paint. More paint. And then down there, you've got, yes, there's Warhammer. There's different more materials, supplies. And then you've got different board games themselves, or like campaigns, you might call them. See, I have a fair bit of nerd in me, but I'm just not, may not be enough to be able to explain everything we're seeing, 100%. You know what I mean? But I do enjoy it. Missy, hello. My sons are 32 and 26, and they still do Pokemon tournaments statewide. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't see that. That trend is going to continue going. It's similar to video games. So when video gaming took off, it was seen as a child thing. But a lot of some adults took interest. Then as those children grew up, I mean, I guess I'm one of them. Maybe a generation before me. As they grew up, they continued to play, and it became a thing that adults do now. Like the average video gamer is, I think, 30 to 40 years old, and that's going to be the same thing with these card games. Now, granted, some of these card games are very old, like more than 20 years old, but that didn't catch on as nearly as well as maybe in the last, I want to say, 10 years, maybe a little longer. My son is a Magic the Gathering judge. Oh wow, Alan, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Now, I played Magic. I didn't get into it until after I was 30. And a friend of mine showed it to me, and I was really into the strategy of it. Now, this here, what we're looking at, Marvel Champions, is sort of the Marvel answer to the card game genre. So I haven't got to play it yet, but it is pretty cool. I think that would be fun as well. And you have something else called Mystic Valve. I don't know what that's it. Mysterium. Interesting. So there's a whole bunch of them. There's a Star Wars one. There's a Disney one. If you have kids that love Disney, and I'm not a huge fan of Disney, but Disney has a pretty big footprint on the children these days. They have a whole card game as well. But then you got things like Monopoly for like One Piece Monopoly, Clue, One Piece Clue. You got Naruto Monopoly. No thanks, I don't need that. Um, yeah, what? Oh, Sprout is hitting the button. No thanks, Sprout. Can we just put that away, please? I don't need you right now, co-host. Just go back to chewing on your thing. Oh, what do you got in there? No, stop that. No, no. What are you chewing on? No, no. Chew on this. That's what I brought it for. All right. But anyway, what blows me away is that all the different monopolies these days. How many people are actually playing Monopoly? Like trust me, actually, One Piece is one of my favorites, one of my favorite anime. But Monopoly, now you can buy Monopoly with your own, like, with your hometown or your home city that you're close to. I don't know how, like, you probably couldn't get it in like a small town, but they have, like, my local city, Peoria. There's a Peoria Monopoly. I think there might even be an East Peoria Monopoly. It's insane how many monopolies are out there. Raise your hand in the chat if you play Monopoly still and actually to completion. I was there when it first came out. I hung out of comics. I hung out of comic book shops. Oh, okay. You were there when what first came out, Chris? You got to give me something more than that, brother. Spades. Yeah, I like spades, Alan. It's a good one. Instead of Ekray, it's Pokemon. What's euchre, Ekray. I'm like, what's that mean? Ekray. Etch Euchery. Euchery? Uh oh, hi Missy. I see your hand there. So you played all the way to complete. When's the last that you played to, Andrew? Wow, okay. I'm standing corrected here in the house. What's so like when's the last time you played it all the way through? Like how long doesn't Monopoly take like 4 hours or more? Like isn't it a pretty long game? I love me some My Hero Academia as well. Uh, that would be a fun game, I think. Be cool. One Piece, the card game. The Clue would be fun. Yahtzee, One Piece. What is this one? Just the box set. Oh, okay. This is Luffy's Bento Panic. I don't know what that is either. Interesting. What's this up here though? We got fifth player expansion for Blood Rage. Blood Rage. Mystery of. It's got all these different expansions to these games. Reload, fight for fame. So this is like a video game turned into a board game or something like that. It's intense. So here's your Pokemon. We got lots of Pokemon. We got lots of Pokemon here. I can't read those. Okay, maybe wait for a closer shot. Digimon, yeah, Digimon. You got Pokemon. You got Digimon, and you got Yaman. Journey Together, Scarlet Valley. Never heard of that one. New Pokemon extension. And these little tokens up here, they look like I asked them if they were Pogs or Pog Slammers, but they're actually these tokens that you can put on the One Piece card game. You use them to signify things. Interesting. Yeah, these here. Ability used. So you that stinks. Yeah, I think we need to give you a bath today, Mr. Stinky Boy. All right. So ability used. Ability used. Yeah, I don't know about the game, but they look cool. You always play some type of game when we all get together. Okay. I wish we still got together, man. We don't do that. We don't do the get together thing. Played 10,000 a lot. Oh, I played 10,000 a lot. Missy, we just got done playing Farkle, which is 10,000 on game night for a month. Every Sunday we played Farkle, and I actually got to play one round against Chris. Shouts out to Chris. Last time I played Monopoly, I was 8 years old. Okay. Oh, Risk. Risk is much longer. Yeah. Oh, you know what, Andrew? It does take a long time, but I just realized that you can like play it in like sittings. You can like break it up a bit. Crazy eights for pennies. Okay. Okay. We're working on winning a few bucks. Okay. Wonder if it's this chewy thing that I keep smelling. Oh, it is. Okay. I thought I was smelling him peeing, but it's like a what's that smell? Bacon bits. Like the artificial bacon bits you could buy, which is probably not good for you anymore. Now that we know more, now we know better, but it kind of has that smell to it. Hmm. Okay, check this out. I thought it was cool. It's just a bunch of dice, but they put it in this cool bowl, and like somebody came through, maybe an OCD customer, maybe not. This looks like an OCD nightmare, actually. But somebody came through and like you know smoothed it all out, like tried to push them all to the outsides. Made a bowl of dice, a bowl of dice. You could pour like acrylic on that or whatever, or like resin. Make yourself a bowl of dice. Oh, 10,000 with a card game. Okay, actually, I have seen that. I haven't played it though. Fill or Bust is great. I've heard of that one too. I might have played that one. There's so many. Like I actually have a whole bunch. I was thinking of donating some to like a local. There was another event last night that I didn't get to. It was a sort of free community night with video games, karaoke, and board games and card games, and you could bring your own game to show and tell. And it sounded really fun, but it was a little later than I could really stay out. Where you go, Magic the Gathering. So Magic did put out a thing recently. I don't know when, but I saw it in the shop here. Magic with Final Fantasy. I think that's pretty interesting because Final Fantasy, that title is so huge, and Magic is so big, and they kind of both are really similar in a lot of ways, and so it makes sense. It makes sense. I think that one would be fun to play. But these are all different sets, different boosters, like different. Some of them are themed after different characters in the lore. It gets so deep. It gets so insane. Stop that! Quit chewing on your bed, or I'll take it away, Mister. Yeah, the lore and everything, and it's actually a very in depth game. This game is not for like kids, and honestly, I don't really know if Pokemon is. I know Pokemon is a kid thing to uh, at one side of the spectrum of Pokemon, but I know it also can get pretty adult as far as like the values of them and some of the gameplay. But Magic, on the other hand, in my opinion, is like you got to have a kid that has a little strategy about them. Now, I guess they're both strategy games. I guess I'm just saying, and Magic seems like a little older or a little bit more complicated, more complex, higher age level. I think for sure, but it gets very very complex, man. Some of these cards that have some just crazy writing on them that do different things that just make the game so like just flips everything on its head. There are cards that you can get that are there's a card that's worth over 6 grand and probably more now. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else that's worth more now, but I remember seeing a card from Magic the Gathering worth 6 grand. I didn't have it. It wasn't my card, but it's more fun to bust M30 Labs community service, basically. M30 Lab. Not sure what that means, brother. 10K was or 10,000 was fun for with a football. I don't know about the football, but we played 10,000 with dice, 6 dice. I'm used to make us play Boggle or Scrabble. Okay, when we get low spelling test scores. Oh, interesting. That's a good idea. You know what? That's a hell of an idea, Alan. That's awesome. Yeah, you knew it. You knew the card. The Black Lotus. 6. I don't know if it's still sitting around that, but man. Okay, down there's some Final Fantasy Magic combination stuff. Lord of the Rings Magic. That would be pretty good combo. Hobbits. I guess I'll mute that. There's nothing significant in the sound. The Magic came out. I watched a dude get stabbed in the neck over it. What, Chris? Holy shit. Over Monopoly, and I haven't played since. Wait, so when Magic came out, someone was playing Monopoly and got stabbed in the neck? It doesn't. It seems like there's some more context there. I was there when it first. Okay, okay, got it. You got a reprint of it? Oh, how much is the reprint worth? I mean, the card is worth a lot of money because not just its rarity, but isn't it a pretty wicked card too? Like, doesn't it? Thought it did something crazy, like 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 take all the creatures off the table or whatever, like restart. Here's a bunch of board games that they have. Pretty cool. 280 for the reprint. Okay. Zelda Missy. I love some Zelda. We have it on the Nintendo Switch. They should make a Zelda board game. That'd be fun. Like a D&D style. M30 is the proper medical name for fentanyl. Oh, snap. Fentanyl Labs. You want to bust some fentanyl labs? All right, Timothy, you better join the authorities. Prisma Arena, gingerbread house. It's funny. Inori, Machikora, some Japanese games. Throw burrito, throw throw burrito. There's a song in there somewhere, right, Sprout? You got it. You got it. University Valley or River Valley. Why did I say University? River Valley. Star Tycoon. Something Dream. Reef, I think it's called Reef. Arion. Words. There you go, Alan. That'd be good for the kids. They can play a new game that's with about words. Patchwork. Ooh. Skipbo. Anybody remember Skipbo? I know you all do. Let's see. We got cards. We got, I don't know what this fanny pack is. Fanny pack game. Fanny pack game. Unstoppable. Unstoppable unicorns. Let's go. Thrive. McCain. Splendor Duel. The game. It's called The Game. The Game. Hello, The Game. Hello, Mr. The Game. I'm up to 8 cops. Up to 8 cops 0. It wipes the whole board. That's what I thought. That's what I thought it did. It's exactly what I was mentioning. I thought, is that it? Is that the one that does that? Oh, hey, Chris. I just see that Mr. Matt Anderson responded to you for your SunMed win. By the way, guys, congrats to all the game night winners again. I do have to like take care of them still. I have to send out the you know links and such. Um, I will probably do that today. I have to mow. I got to mow mom's yard. I got to mow my yard. There's a lot of mowing to be done. And it's hot outside right now. Check out these cool like damage counters. I I don't know exactly how they work, but it's kind of a cool little design that somebody came up with. So many dice. You can get any dice that you could ever want. These dice look different. Oh, those are more damage counters. Okay. You get different like sleeves and protective covers and books and things for all your cards and all your collectibles. There's all your protective sleeves and boxes you can get for them, and you can color code them so that you know which one's which. Black Lotus adds 3 mana to the mana pool, allowing for a high spell early in the game. Okay. Oh, I guess that's true. So just for and it doesn't cost any mana. That's all Black Lotus does. I mean, I guess that's pretty cool, but for 6K, snap. Can we see more Victoria's Secret? Let their stories, like their stories and stuff. Okay, Kelly. Well, maybe I'll do a review at Victoria's Secret. What do you guys think? Should I do that next? Just play D&D, Chris? Yeah, I love. I've never played, but I would like to play D&D sometime. When I was in prison, I was answering two different questions. Someplace didn't try to cheat. Yeah, yeah, I get that. Favorite weapon was a Vorpal sword. Okay, okay. And I never played the D&D, but I know what D&D stands for over on Clapper. Do not disturb, baby. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's different D&D. I look awesome as a Victoria's Secret model. Okay, I'll take it. I will most certainly take it. Thank you very much. Look at these though. These are like different containers, and this is called the cube, a little cube box to protect your cards in. Pocket 15 plus. All sorts of protectiveness going on. And then there's this game over here that's just kind of off by itself. Dragon Shield. Apple Green, Lightning, Truth. Interesting, interesting. Be great for the women, Kelly. Like if I go in there and say, "Hey, look, I'd like to do a review, and I'd like to model some of the Victoria's Secret stuff." The Unreal models. What does that mean, Timothy? It's a typo. You could do a fashion show, me and the plus size models for the Victoria's Secret. Dex binder. Got some binders. They got these. I thought these were kind of cool. It's a playing mat that you put out on the table. It's kind of squishy. It's kind of got different designs, but you can buy it in this box that also has like a life counter thing, which is these little cuts in the cardboard that you can put something. You can take all the little pieces of cardboard out of the cut holes, and then you can put something there to like to show how much life you have, which is kind of a cool addition to the game, I think. There's other ways to do life counting, like a app on the phone. There's those little plastic pieces that we saw. Okay, this is the Disney card game, Lorcana. I don't really know anything about it other than, of course, they come out with game or cards from every franchise, all of the Disneys, and then I don't know what this one is over here. ABC Dual Deck. Hmm. And there's Altered. It looks like I don't know what that is, but looks like it could be a spin-off of Lorcana. I don't know. Altered versions. Attack on Titan. You got My Hero Academia. You got Tekken card games. Tekken 8. Oh, Universus. Universus is the game. Huh. So there's different card games that are scooping up various collections of franchise titles, and they're turning them into card games. So there's a couple different ones that you'll see later here that are from anime varieties. So like this one here, it's called Union Arena, but they basically make a separate card game for each of these pretty popular anime. And what I thought was that you play them against each other, but no, you actually like when you get each one of these, it is its own cards, I guess. I don't know. I haven't. That's what I kind of gathered from talking to the folks there, but not really sure. Then you have the Star Wars game, another mortal aberration or ascension. Can't tell what that says. Sandland. Okay. So many. There's various like You can get very sort of young, girly kind of card games as well, but you can also get, very boy like, gargoyles and dragons. And, you can kind of go both directions on the card games. And I think there's also an in between. There's also plenty of board games that are fun nowadays that are for different genders and different various play styles. A lot of cool stuff at these little shops here. Of course, you could buy yourself a devil fruit if you want, um, but or a giant pokeball. All right, Alan. We'll see you later, brother. Have a good day. Yep. Just make sure you pick one. Pick the right size bra. Okay. Well, for sure. Yeah. The right size bra is very important these days. I can't stress it enough. And what happened to Rumble today? Where's everybody at on the Rumble? Where's that? Where's my Rumblers at? All right, let's see. Some special cards in there in these cases. I don't know what the cards are. Is that Charizard, Charmeleon, Char something, different Pokemons, and then you got what is this here? Let's try to read it. Summon Elder Dragon Legend. Of course, that's going to be worth some money. You got what I don't know what the two is there. I forgot what that means. But you need two uh, water mana, two black mana, and two fire or red mana. Wow, it's a big one. Flying an opponent damaged by Nicole Bolas must discard entire hand. Ignoring this effect, Ignore this effect if opponent has no cards left in hand. Pay blue, a black, and a red during your upkeep, or Nicole Bolas is buried. Wow, that's a wicked card. This one says Silver Queen counts as a silver or a sliver queen. Ooh, I had a sliver deck. If you know, you know. Are you still listening? Okay, Alan. You seem like the only one here that played Magic. Although Chris said he played as well. Chris, did you play? Did you have the sliver deck? Oh man, I had this awesome sliver deck. I sold it, and it was probably worth more than I sold it for. But it's what it is. And you can do this for two. Put a sliver token into play. Treat this token as a 1/1 colorless creature. I may have had that actually. I think I had that sliver queen. Oh, hi, Diane. Oh, you're fine. No worries. I just was wondering. Rumble seemed to be a little quiet today. Monkey D. Luffy card. Okay, pretty cool cards. There's a Gundam card game. Gundam Wing or Gundam. It's just Gundam. A Gundam card game. They're mechs, big mechs. People drive right around, fight each other. It's the One Piece card game. One Piece is one of my favorite anime. I never played the card game though. You got a sliver poison deck and an artifact deck. Oh, those three different decks. Okay. I like to rock an elf deck, which was all green and trees and healing and popping out a million elves all over the deck, all over the table. Jess, hello, good morning. You're confused, Kelly. That's all right. They're card games, and they have different styles to the decks. It's kind of like building a strategy using different mechanics that are available within the games. People will exchange strategies online. There's definitely some really powerful style creatures you can get. Um, Union Arena, more Union Arena stuff. That one seems kind of cool too, but they you got to be careful in these card games. Like you got to make some decisions on what your plan is when you go into them because they can eat your money up, and I want these places to make their money, right? But I also want you guys as customers to just be aware that you can't go all over the place because then you're not going to uh, concentrate your efforts enough to be good at anything. So if you're someone who's like, I want to get into a card game, well, pick one that you like. Maybe you like Gundams, maybe you like Disney, and try to concentrate on it. And then look at the fact that there's ways to play it. Usually, most of these games are ways to play it with your old cards. They always will try to explain, or they come out with new decks or new box sets, new generations, or I forget what the other term is. It new sets of cards. Um, but once you have a lot of cards, you can still play your old cards. It becomes like this money pit if you don't keep an eye on it. But when you get into places like this, they have he's got a bunch of cards back here that you can just play with. There's a whole bunch. Like I see, there's a tray on the right, there's a tray on the left, and you can just look through them and play with them if you want to, and hang out back here. I mean, these shops tend to have some pretty good people working at them, and these guys seem to be pretty cool. They were pretty informative, really trying to get people what they want versus just trying to sell you on anything. So pretty cool shop. This is the back room where they were going to where they would do tournaments and stuff like that. It looks like it's ready for an event, but no one no one was coming. Red Goblin deck with a bunch of fireball spells are pretty fun against green elves. Ah, that'd be fun. Yeah. I saw this flyer on the So Kelly, stick around. We got this. We got a second event coming up pretty soon here, or a second review for the Exhibit A gallery. So Illinois Comic Con, November 22nd, 23rd in Peoria. I'll probably take my son to this one. Tugboat? You got Tugboat in there? Oh, wow. Billy West, who did all those characters? Wow. Emily Swallow, Andy Black, Brian Drummond, Car- Carrie Payton. Oh, okay, he played young Aqualad. Okay, Shannon Chan Kent. I don't recognize any of these characters. Oh, the little ponies. Okay, she did a bunch of the ponies. What else we got here? Michael Golden, Renee Whitstetter, Little Red Fox cosplay. Okay, and DCW builds. Interesting. Special guests. All right. Well, let me back up a second. That was the last one for our first review. Hold on a moment. Yes, that was the last one there for One for All Gaming. Shouts out to One for All Gaming once again for letting me take the pictures and get it going, get some buzz out there for the shop. They just started in September, so go check them out if you're in the area, Peoria area, over by Sheridan Village. Let's go. All right, we are at the hour mark though, so I think what I want to do is let's get the number wheel going on for the Indoor Farmer subscribers. Go sign up for $2 a month at the indoorfarmer.locals.com. And once we get this done, we will do our second review, which is Exhibit A Gallery. All right, so we had nobody win yesterday. Number three. Let's see who has added themselves. Oh, okay. Logged out. Indoorfarmer dot or at 1791.com if you need to email me. Okay. Number post. It's time. Let's unpin the sesh from yesterday. And let's check this here. Twisted was number 12. Okay. All right, I'll refresh, but no one has joined in on it. We're gonna just spin. So do people collect all the different sets? Some do, Diane. I mean, you really got to have a lot of money to put into it. It's really kind of like as you go kind of thing. A lot of people that can just put in a few bucks a month or a few bucks a week or whatever it is, they will slowly, sure but surely, build up cards or trade them with friends. Hey, I got two of this card. Can I trade you one for this card I don't have? A lot of that happens. It's fun. It can be a money thing too, where you can trade, you can make money on cards. So you can buy these packs of cards that have a random set of like 15 cards in them that are random cards of the new set or whatever the set is on the package. And in that pack, you have a chance of getting cards in there that are worth way more than what the pack costs, and or even just a little more or whatever it is. But you can actually negotiate, or you can save cards and then they might go up in value. There's whole apps, there's whole like auction house type style apps where you can find out the value of your cards. And there's people that don't play the game at all and they literally just collect the cards of value and then trade and sell them and buy them and all that kind of stuff. So it's really a separate. There's like different things happening. I know a friend that saves, I think, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and he buys and sells Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I don't know if he's ever even played the game. I don't think so. Hey, Kayla. Good morning. I was on the phone about CBD. Okay, well, to Claire over at Drizzle Dab. Shouts out to the token float coming up this weekend. I still got to buy my kayak, and I'm really leery of putting it on my car. I don't want to put it on my lease, but I'm gonna get some pool floaties and put them down on the car, put the kayak over them, and then strap the whole thing down through the doors, which doesn't sound like a great idea, but it's gonna have to work. It's gonna have to do so I can go to the token float this weekend. So let's spin that wheel. Yeah, you're right. Let's go. Congrats to the winners and good luck to all the subscribers. Go sign up at innerfarmer.locals.com. I can't make it. I can't stress how valuable it is. People are winning multiple months worth of subscription. Um, and I might have to raise the subscription amount soon because I'm seeing a trend where I think some people are coming in for a few months, winning hundreds of dollars in prizes, and then kind of dipping out. So we're trying to grow the community so that we can get more stuff and bigger stuff and more sponsors, not less. So if you could go check it out, it's free to sign up. It's free to create an account on Locals. Free to join my community. But then it's $2 a month to become a supporter, which is or $20 a year, which would be $1.60 something a month. Number seven. Number seven. Okay. Who's number seven? Was it Rose? No, no, no. It was Chris. Chris, congrats. Sorry, dude, your head's right in my way. Congrats, you won, Chris. Congrats. All right, let me queue up the pictures for Exhibit A real quick. And here we go. Drink water first. You gotta. Oh, that would be really cool, Kelly, if you could do that because you're going to, right? Don't you have? Are you gonna get a inner tube or what? I think Jessica's gonna go too. We need to all get together. Indoor farmer crew, let's get it. I would love that. My grandson collects Pokemon cards. Hey, that could be a lucrative thing for him, Diane. He could really, turn that into something eventually. Just do it, Jess says. Well, there's that. I'm gonna do it. I just keep talking about it so I can talk myself into it. Okay, Exhibit A gallery, guys. This is right down the main strip in Peoria, Peoria Heights, right there where all the cool shops are at. This is one of them. Let's check it out. Custom framing and local art, celebrating 30 years. ExhibitAgallery.net. Do they have these like bunny sculptures with custom frames on them, like pieces of frame? Interesting. And this guy was just sitting here, like I tried to say hi, or this lady tried to say hi to her, but she didn't say anything back. I already ruined it, didn't I? I already ruined it by calling her a guy. All right. I did not take a piece of candy, but there was candy there available. This is where all the local artists are at and showcased. Pretty cool. Some glass art. Look at that. This flower with like uh, glass grass. Glass grass. Then we got strawberry, I guess. I'm not sure what that is exactly. Is that a bowl? No. Well, this little glass heart is pretty cool. It's like glass ornaments. Very cool. Ceramic plate. Some art. Not sure what I'm looking at there, but it's cool. Love. Wooden love boxes. Love box. I called it a love box before I read that, and it says love box. Huh. Bird wood blocks. Bird wood blocks. Don't see any of those right now, it looks like. Plates. That's a cool plate, but I'd be like, did I clean it? Is it clean? I don't know if it's clean. Couldn't eat off of it. It's just like a plate to look at. Some people have those. It's a like a decorative thing. Plates. Shouts out in the comments if you have a decorative plate at home. Some more painting. That's pretty cool. Looks like the Stargate. Glass flowers are cool. Be afraid of landing, like falling on one or breaking one. Glass rocket ship. More glass flowers. Your tubing, yeah, I thought so, Kelly. So you would have room in the truck. That would be really cool. I have a cooler. Could Well, you might have a cooler, but tubing might be tough to bring a cooler. You take Santa Fe, has the luggage rack. Okay, okay. Well, either way, appreciate the help from either of you ladies. We need to stick together, and one of us bring the snacks. I'll bring the cooler, bring some ice and water. I lost my cooler last time. I didn't lose the cooler, but I lost the lid, so now the cooler is useless. It's just it had wheels, it had a big handle thing, like it was a cool cooler. Cool, it was cool. Anyway, another story for another day. We're going to be talking about it next week, though, because I'll be taking lots of pictures and video of the river, of the rafting trip. It'll be a fun one. This is cool. Little castle with some random flowers and greenery. Oh, I know what this is. I know what that is. There's a red tower in Peoria Heights, and this is the view that the person was looking at the tower through, I bet. Hmm. Or maybe a depiction of such. There's another plate with some like a pyramid, and well, what's happening there in the plate? It's kind of interesting. More ceramic art, bowls and vases, little trees. Well, those don't look like happy trees. It's more glass flowers. I will do that, Jess. Definitely. I think I got to prioritize today. I'm going to get the game night winners taken care of. I do need to get some bubble mailers so I can get other winners sent out. I'll probably have to put that off a day or two, but I do have to mow a bunch of grass today too. So we're gonna have to get to that after the show. And then I have to go pick up the kayak. So you know, it is what it is. You got a floating cooler, Kelly? Oh wow, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, multiple coolers will probably be better, but okay. So we got some earrings. These little glass like flower earrings, kind of cool. I wouldn't probably not for me necessarily, but some art. There's the bridge. It's a cool look at our bridge, or any a bridge, I guess. Water lilies. Truck fits 5 people, 6 foot bed. Okay. Well, um, either way, honestly, don't fight over who has to carry my kayak. One of you can carry my cooler, though. No, I'm kidding. But it is awesome to have friends, though, that will help me. So thank you both. This is a cool plate with a bird. It's a one person kayak, but I'm also still buying one so I could look at it, but the two-person kayak is like double the price. They get really expensive. The one that I see at I found one at Bass Pro Shop for $200, which is actually pretty good. You can find them for a little less than that. I gotta look around maybe, but another glass flower with glass grass. I like the UFO hanging glass with the moon behind it. Got some wooden earrings engraved. Seen this a lot of times, a lot of places now. Pretty cool. I wonder if you could paint them different colors. Make a YouTube video for my Florida hippie dude channel. What? Have a wonderful day. Well, Alan, why haven't we been collaborating on video content, my guy? Let's go. I can have you on to we can showcase your YouTube channel. We could do a whole segment on it on a Tuesday or something, man. Come on, man. Or actually a Monday. Anyway, let me hit you up in the DMs about it. Okay. You got the cool glass fish. I need those. Little painting in the background. I like those. Oh yeah, I took a second picture of that because you can't really see it the way that it's reflected. That's a cool blue pumpkin. Cool blue. Looks like it would be minty fresh. Minty fresh pumpkin. Now we're getting into the different color options and the different looks of all of their frameworks. Kind of interesting. Some random other baubles, some earrings. Vintage Inspiration by Brenda Bunyard. Expect miracles. Free or pre. I don't know what that says. Hmm. Very cool. Look at that one. I like that one. Crazy big, like sticking out. It's big balls all the way around your picture frame. Just big balls all the way around. It's crazy. Um, Lots of different moldings, all kinds of colors. Little statue there. It's not a Treyu, is it? A Treyu. A Treyu. Oh, sorry. Passion. Oh, that's probably it, Chris. Good call. Sure, hit me up. Well, hell yeah, Alan. Come on, man. You know I've been doing this for a while. Let's get your YouTube channel out there. Although YouTube is, you know, maybe less than effective for me, and I just don't think it likes cannabis or self sustainability. We do have two people watching on YouTube. Shouts out to those two people. Swamp picture of a swamp. Creepy statue. Does anybody have a statue? Anybody have a like little statue at home? I guess it's not all that much different than when you're a kid and you have like action figures, or dolls or whatever. It's kind of like the adult version of those. You have a statue. You don't play with them, I guess, but you can look at them and ponder what they might be thinking. Like, what's this person thinking? Atreyu. Mammy didn't. So let me know if you need anything on Token Float Saturday. Jessica, let me know if there is anything I can help you with. Hell yeah, Jessica, is this or Jess and Kelly? Is this your first year going? Either of you? We are going to a different location this time, so I'm interested to see how the river is going to look differently, and how if it's going to be nice and full the whole time. Although we've had a lot of rain, but we've also had a lot of heat, so I don't know if it's I don't know what the levels are going to be. Look at that goat statue right there. I like him. It's the greatest. GI Joes, Chris. Yeah, yep. Some opposable thumbs, action poses, action pose. My son, he keeps them all. Okay, there's a better picture of that. He keeps them all like stiff and standing up. Like he has them standing up next to each other. He doesn't, move them around. They might as well be statues. There you go. Different frame options. So many, so many frames. Kung Fu grip. Ha ha ha. That's the one, Chris. Remember that one for sure. Kung Fu grip. Yeah. I definitely have a few things in my house that could use a frame. I could probably put some. I could definitely use some things on the wall too. I never really put things on my walls. I have things on my wall behind me, but not really anywhere else. Still unsure without a kayak if you're gonna go. Oh, I see. Well, Kelly's going tubing, so maybe you should ask her what kind of how that's going. Kelly, have you been before on the trip? Maybe you know like a good tube that you can get. You can also get an air up kayak, which is much. It's the material is thicker than say like an inner tube, but it's much cheaper than a regular kayak. It's like $50. But since I plan to go for multiple times and maybe go other places, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy one. Look at all the gold molding. Ah, yes, gold picture frames. Cullen, what's up, man? Check out the review from earlier. We did this is a double review episode. We're right now in the second review. If you're tuning in midway, check out the first hour. Uh, okay, cool city skyline. This looks like Peoria. All right, so we're going to play a video of all of the cool art that's on display in the actual exhibit from the artist. Maybe it's up in a couple more pictures here. So they have different choices on the glass you can put in it and little example frame. Will we die in this heat? It is a long day and it is hot. You're going to have to drink water and, you know, I have had fun and not worried about the heat. I wear, you're wearing swim trunks. You're not worried about like so for me. I'm kind of dainty. I don't love to get all hot and sweaty when I'm in like my pants and belt and wallet in my pocket and phone in my like with my regular clothes on, like with my polo shirt on. Like I'm not trying to go and work out and get sweaty in those clothes. But when I am on the river, it's going to be swim trunks and surfer shoes, water shoes, and I'm just going to expect to be sweaty. But also wearing a sun hat too, kind of help keep it out of your face. There's ways to help. But there's a lot of shade too along the way. You can stop if you want to under trees, and the water will help keep you cool as well. I don't plan to go swimming, but you do get wet a little bit. So I don't know. It's up to you, but I think it's a good time. It's like a 6 hour trip, if not more, depending on how you go. You could go faster. You could try and just blow through it, or you could just relax, and have a drink, get some water, get some iced tea maybe, and get some snacks and have a toke. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be like this. Okay, so imagine. Okay, guys, right now, stop what you're doing. Look at the screen. Imagine these two guys. These two guys are on. They're on separate kayaks, right? One guy, he's on like a float. The other guy's on his own kayak, right? And they're passing the joint across the kayaks. That's what's happening right now. They're like, "Hey, here's give this a try." He's like, all right, you give this a try," and that's what it's going to be all day Saturday. It's going to be good stuff. Drink a lot of water or drink a lot and wear sunscreen. Yes, Diane, for sure. I don't plan to drink any alcohol, but I mean, I might bring a couple beers. I'm not opposed to it on a hot day, but drink lots of water for sure. I like this. This is kind of cool. He's got like 6 cigarettes in his hand. Definitely a wino because he's got some like maybe some brute some old like cologne, they could take a swig of. He's also got a star on his chest. Is he a cop? This picture is it's crazy in so many ways. That dog, that dog looking like it's just confused and malnourished. It's funny. Funny picture. Oh, that picture makes me want a slice of green apple. Mm. Bring Ziploc baggies to put your phone and weed and lighters in. I actually am. I already bought a bag thing that you can put your phone in and still use it, and it actually has a like these tubes on each side of it that will make your phone float if you drop it in the water, and it's got a lanyard to keep it on my neck, so it's pretty cool. It's like $20. I'm also thinking about getting a waterproof backpack or putting a garbage bag into my duffel bag and putting everything inside the garbage bag. I think that's going to be the better way to go. I've gotten my duffel bag wet last year and it kept everything pretty dry inside of it, but I also had everything sort of individual inside there. This year, I think I'm going to put it all inside the garbage bag. Yeah, little things like that, little precautions. It's not too bad. Look at this tall drink of water. A bird with legs. It's like a velociraptor. Got a ceramic fish they're working on for a project. Okay, so here is the artist of the exhibit, Bob Duchetti, Duchetti, or Ducetti. Not sure how it's said, how it's pronounced. The name of the exhibit is Second Childhood. The original impetus for this show came from the painting artist under the influence several years ago when I was an animation director and had no free time. I really craved making my own art again and getting back into painting. My time was limited, but I realized I could accomplish a good amount in an hour. 1 hour of painting a day was doable, and as I thought, it got easier as I went along. I squared, all right, yeah, I squared off canvas into 54 squares and decided I would fill each square with a piece of art that inspired me as a young man and do my copy um, Do my copy in no more or less than an hour each day. An hour each. Wow, why do they have to separate? So let me read it one more time. Do my copy in no more or less than an hour each. For some reason, spread that out like crazy. Someday I would get inspired and create two or three, other days, just one. But as someone who worked in big, enormous projects, I knew that it all added up eventually. So 54 hours later, I covered the canvas. Okay. So 54 days, 54 hours. Now, in looking back, it is at this experiment, I realized it was an act of paying homage to all my childhood favorites that made this assignment so delicious. Mm, delicious. These days, I'm very busy too, so I decided to go back to my comfort zone and cull from the old toy box and of my youth. Recently, I have been painting for Disney Fine Arts, and this has given me great pleasure revisiting my childhood memories. So, to extend that process, I'm doing a tribute to another one of my heroes, Dr. Seuss. Also, in the spirit of artists under the influence, I decided to do a series of 9 portraits of some of my favorite cartoon characters, all in squares. The series of girls are all inspired by different great artists from the past, the Renaissance with me, from the Art Deco designer Orte, to the Rococo painter Fragonard, and the amazing Adelaide Labelle Gerard, are as well as the favorites, are all well as other favorites. Oh wow. Yeah. I hope you can wrap yourself in the patchwork quilt and dream of your own childhood pleasures. Oh my gosh, some difficulty in that one. Let's go. So here's the more Renaissance type stuff that he was talking about. Victorian age looking. Looks like I DM you my cell number. Okay. Yeah, I could start a group chat or something. My mom comes in just to say LOL. Mom, are you trolling me? Are you trolling me, Mom? Mom, the meatloaf. I never know what she's doing back there. Mom, name that movie. This one's kind of interesting. Got a little doggy there. Mom, this is you right here with the dog chilling on the well, she's in the bedroom, it looks like. All right, here you go. Childhood inspiration coming to you directly from the Exhibit A gallery. My son loves most of these characters. I don't know if he knows who Betty Boop is or whoever this is. Is that Felix? Mom, did you really just come in and laugh and then leave? Holy cow. Mom, come back. Mom. We got Bugs Bunny. We got Daffy. We got the Peanut Gang, Charlie Brown and Snoopy. And, of course, Popeye and Olive Oil. You love Betty Boop, Kayla? I get a closer up picture of the multi picture here in a minute. That is portrait of Musette. $900. $900 for that. I don't know who that is. That's what moms do, right? She comes in, LOLs, and then leaves. What the hell, mom? Woo! Look at these hooters. You know I had to. Sorry. I had to do it. Mom, get back here. I'm gonna tag you now. She's probably still here. Here's a little video of the gallery. Why is it zoomed in? Oh man, we had a problem with this phone. It was not zoomed in from my view on the phone. So this is really annoying. Yeah, like no one's zooming in. What is there a way to maybe can't even exit the full screen? Okay. Maybe this will help. That's a little better. Dr. Seuss. It's a pretty cool pic of Dr. Seuss there. Or, I mean, of Cat in Hat. Dr. Seuss. You got the Grinch. I like the colors. Vibrant. The Lorax. And the Horton Hears a Who. Here you go. Check that out. We got Hey Hey Boo Boo. Yogi Bear. And we got I see Underdog. I see Dr. Frankenstein. I Love Lucy. Kermit the Frog here. And we've got my dad used to accuse me of looking like Alfred E. Newman, which is the guy from Maxim magazine, not Maxim, Mad magazine. Down at the bottom left, above the bottom left box, which is Mr. Magoo. So the guy right above that with the big ears. My dad would say I have ears just like that guy, Alfred E. Newman. Um, I see Luke Skywalker. I see David the Gnome. He's kind of sad at the top there. Let's see. We got Dorothy. We got Walt Disney. I see Walt Disney. I see Bugs Bunny. We got Popeye. Scrooge McDuck, maybe? Is that who that is? The Grinch. I can't tell who they all are, but you got not Frankenstein, but Eddie, or not Eddie, but what's his name? Frank Munster? No, Herman Munster. That's right, Herman Munster. She's playing peekaboo. Mom, what are you doing to me? What in the heck? Thanks, Kelly. Appreciate the reacts. Well, guys, that was Exhibit A Gallery. Exhibit A Gallery, and of course they showcase local artists and also the custom frameworks that they do. Go back to the main picture. Here we go. Exhibit A Gallery in Peoria Heights. Go check it out. Kayla, I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah. Oh, okay. I missed that one. Yeah. Man, I never thought my mom would come through to troll me today. Insane. She needs me to mow her grass. Maybe that's why she's laughing at me. She's like, "What are you doing in there?" I mow my grass. Rumble's not giving me an ad today. That's all right. We're gonna get going here shortly. We need to set up the wheel for the door prize. Here we go. If you haven't yet done so, hit the like button and comment on the Rumble, on X, on Facebook. Going to X right now. See if anybody's on X. We had a couple of comments. Chris. Chris is the lone person from X. All right, looking at Rumble now. Let's go. Chris again. Kayla. JB. I think that was it on Rumble. Hmm. Wow. All right. We got 15 over on Facebook. Well, I'll refresh the screen one time, just in case. All right, there's the full wheel. Oh, mom's going to get her name on the wheel, that's for sure. All right. Good luck, guys. You do have to be here to win this one. Well, let's check the live chat on X just in case I missed anything. I love to get out of the house to actually have a purpose to, go and find a local business, local restaurant or a concert or event or whatever it is, and show it to you guys. So I like this show for that reason. Still here, Diane. Hell yeah. Um, yeah, everybody missed out on Rumble unless this person's not here, which I think JB is here. But yeah, could have got an extra spot over on the Rumble. If you could go over there whenever you get a chance and engage with some of my Rumble stuff, I would appreciate it. If you guys haven't followed my other channels on Rumble, what right now I'm live on my profile there, and if you go to the profile and you can see all the channels, and there are channels for each one of my shows. there's a couple of extra channels that I don't need, but there's a channel for each one of the 5 shows weekly that you can follow right there on Rumble. And that just kind of gives a specific place for just say today's review show goes into another uh, channel of just review shows, but Jessica, are you still here? Joshua, who? Kelly? Who was ghosting in here? Kelly, tell me. Jessica, I'm not seeing. Oh, there you are. Oh yeah, yeah. Cool, cool. All right. Wow, yeah. I was actually surprised we got that done within 2 hours. I knew there was going to be a lot of stuff to go over, but we did it. We did it. Let's see. Was there anything else? Uh, Game night on Sundays. On this Sunday coming up is our last playthrough of the police lineup, and we're looking to see if we can get some new players up there. Anybody that wants to come up and play in a game show, want to come check it out? Hit me in the DMs, and I'll give you some details. Also, we will get the rest of the game night winners taken care of. I need to do that, and I think we had some door prize and number winners last week that I need to add still. Brenda won twice last week. JB won the door prize Thursday. Let's see, is there anything back here? Kyle was in here earlier. Kyle Daigle. I need to send you a message. You need to let me know if you got an account set up on happyhippieheadshop.com because I got to send in to get your hippie bucks. And the same thing goes with Samantha and JB from yesterday, or from this week, I mean. John Roquejo, man, he keeps winning the same thing, but keeps him in the game. Keeps winning another game night ticket, keeps him in the game at least. So he'll get something eventually. All right, I got a bunch of this stuff to do. I think we'll have to. Uh, Maybe I'll do it during a sesh on locals here after this. After this, if anybody wants to hang out over there, watch a little Kill Tony because we also have a new episode to watch. So I have some to finish and a new episode to watch. So we can watch that while I'm taking care of the municipal stuff, so I can get some work done, and then I'll go out and mow. How about that? That sounds like a plan. Speaking of plans, this weekend, the 28th, is the token float from put on by Drizzle Dab, and also it is for MS. It's for a good cause. It's for the all the proceeds go to MS. I think it was. I got my shirt already. I'm gonna try to get Claire on tomorrow to talk about it. Um, but it was I think $30 to be able to get your shirt, and there's a bunch of different colors. Get them while they last, of course, and you can go to the float. Obviously, the river is a river. Like you can pretty much just go there if you want to. But this is a thing to raise money for a good cause, but also to kind of collect us together in a little a group float trip, if you will. And everybody spreads way out. Like you can collect together with your buddies, or you can just go off and do your own thing. I've done it by myself. And this year we're gonna have some friends with us. It's gonna be good. Let's see. Tomorrow is We Grow Wednesday. There is a lot of stuff going on. I've actually bookmarked a few things to talk about, and we're going to bring it up on We Grow Wednesday. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world with war and with different strikes and not strikes and this and that, and we're gonna look a little bit into that stuff, maybe not too heavily, but just because it's going to affect our food supply and then other things, and it's a good thing to point out to show people why it's important to maybe learn a little bit of self sustainability, self reliance. So we'll talk about that on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Central Time. And remember, guys, go sign up at theindoorfarmer.locals.com. Uh, yes, Kayla and JB will run the Rumble, and Chris, thank you all for hanging out. Let me see if we'll give Rumble one last chance. No, nope, still nothing. Give me some good vibes, hell yeah. Yep, have a good day, guys. We'll see you. Remember, everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer, check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm Waylon the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro setup, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the hustle's real.